Hey, it's Denny, come spend a long weekend with me. At work, we get given every second Friday of the month off as a well-being day. So for me, Thursday nights are things where I just like to settle down and do a little bit of housework before we decide to go out for dinner and have a night to ourselves. My partner tries to match her RDOs with my days off as well, so that way we can spend Thursday nights together. We decided to head out into the city and dine at Seoul Korean restaurant, which is located in Paramount Food Center. It was a super nice day in the city, and the weather this weekend was also really nice and warm, so it was nice to get out and about. Seoul is one of my favorite takeaway spots in the city. It's always super affordable and really cheap for the quality of food that you pay for. The food is made fresh and made to order. There is a great balance of flavors in the soups. We love the sundubu especially, spicy, refreshing, and it feels very homey. The stir-fried pork as well was very great, flavorful, and you also get the sort of wok flavor on the pork itself. We always come here for the fried chicken just because it's always super fresh, super crispy, and you also get a side of potato gems as well, which is really nice. We also saw that they had bingsu on their menu. We decided to get that as well because it was only $18. It filled this jug that was already 4 cups and more, and so finding out that it was only $18 really blew us away. The owners and the cook told us the story that this bingsu was actually reminding them of their childhood pizza shop back in Korea, where they had something very similar there and they decided to recreate it. For the rest of the night, I decided to just watch TV with the TV we recently installed. So we got this Hisense TV during Black Friday back in November, and we actually didn't get it delivered to our house until early January. So it was nice just having a TV there for our own entertainment and also just to relax with during the night. The next day we decided to go through to Yarraville and decided to stop by Candied Bakery. This bakery was one of our most favorite sort of bakeries nearby home where we used to live, and we'd always used to come here almost every fortnight. Being a Friday, there weren't too many things that were sold out, which was nice, so we were able to grab a few things to take home. Then decided to stop by Highpoint just because it was on the way, and we thought, haven't been to Highpoint in a while, let's go shopping. Also tried out Candied Bakery's vanilla sliced donut. It was really refreshing and wasn't too heavy for a donut, which I really liked. The shops were also super empty, which was nice. This was around about 10:30 AM, so most shops were still opening up. We honestly did so much this day. Like, we stopped by the temple as well with my partner's mum just to drop off a few things for donations. It was a hot day, but there was a nice breeze. It was also very relaxing just sitting under the tree. The wind sort of just blew in the wind chimes and just made everything much more relaxing. Fun fact, I actually entered the monastery when I was 21 as well, so being back in the temple really made me feel nostalgic of the time that when I was in the temple. I guess one day I can talk about that in a video. Then picked up Nugget along the way home to bring back to ours and look after her for the rest of the night. I actually received Duke's coffee beans as a gift for Bad Santa. Well, technically I stole it from someone, but I decided today to actually grind up the beans and make some cold brew. For me, it was my first time sort of trying to make my own cold brew, but it actually turned out really nice, and I really liked the flavors of the beans. They were a bit fruity, a bit dark, but really matched my taste buds really well. I also spent some of the day editing and just making sure that I was ahead of making some of the videos, just because I had a really big, busy week ahead and wanted to get on top of things. It was a fairly warm day, so we just spent most of the day just watching movies and chilling on the couch, and yeah, just spending some time with the new TV and spending some time with Nugget. We also bought a small whiteboard from Daiso just for us to plan out what we eat in a week. This helps us decide what we also need for groceries, and it's also a really good thing that we put it on our fridge, since it's something there that we walk past every day. It's a reminder for us of what we're cooking and what we're eating each day. Wasn't too long when we decided we should probably prep dinner, so tonight we're having fish and chips and salad on the side. We also got given lemon tarts that night, which were really nice. Honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of lemon tarts, but this was actually pretty good. For the rest of the night, we were just watching different vlogs on YouTube and also trying to find a movie to watch. Here's a snapshot of Money-san Eric's video of when he was in Korea trying convenience store food. The next morning, I took Nugget out for a walk. She wakes up super early, around 5:30 sometimes, and she'll try to sleep until 7, but then again she's always up and about before 7:30, and I try to make it now a routine whenever she's over to take her for a walk in the morning. Nice cool morning, so it wasn't too hot and we spent a bit more time out today. My partner's mum also gave us some vegetarian filling for spring rolls, or what some people like to call summer rolls, so we decided to have this up for an early lunch before I decided to look after the garden and mow the lawn. Honestly, our Saturdays are pretty boring out of the regular routine, so usually what we'll do is we'll have lunch together and we'll normally do laundry, do the gardening, mow the lawn, pluck out some weeds, or just do some work around the house pretty much most of the day. So if we don't have other plans, that's what we tend to do. Otherwise we'll leave that for a Sunday job. With all the random rain and sunshine lately, our grass has grown so much and so quickly within the last week, so it was really nice just taming the grass in the backyard and just bringing it down to a more reasonable level. It's been a while since we've had sort of Hawaiian food, and I was feeling something more of a Hawaiian inspired plate, so on this day we decided to make some mac salad, some Japanese mashed potato, and also some katsu to have with rice. I'll actually be showing you the full process of what I was cooking in a different video in the future, but here's a few snippets. There used to be a shop called Hawaiian Barbecue Plate Meals out in Brunswick that we used to go very frequently for Hawaiian inspired food. I do really miss their food. Unfortunately, they're not opened any longer, but if you guys are watching this video and if you are the owners, I really do hope you open up or have a pop-up somewhere. I would gladly travel to you guys. The rest of the night we just decided to watch Tropic Thunder. My partner actually fell asleep watching the movie, but that's per usual. I ended up watching the movie by myself anyway. Next morning we also decided to wake up a bit earlier to try and make the most of our day. Decided to look around for any sort of bakeries or coffee places of interest, and we decided to go through to Plot, Melbourne, which is a new bakery that's opened up in Essendon. From what I believe, it's co-owned by the owners of Two Conversations in the city, which is one of my favorite coffee places around. Their coffee actually did remind me a lot of Two Conversations, so if you really enjoy the coffee there, definitely come try out Plot Melbourne in Essendon. I was surprised to find out by one of the workers there that salt bread was influenced by shiopan, which is a Japanese sea salt butter roll. It was really fluffy on the inside and very buttery, and it had a very light crust to it which was uniquely buttery and crunchy. I also tried their melon pun, which was also really great and one of the best I've had in Melbourne. The top was very light and crispy, and the inside was very fluffy. Also did some grocery shopping before I decided to go home and do some more editing. For dinner we actually went to Chef Saab in Caroline Springs. I wanted to initially go to Spices, which has unfortunately closed down, and that was one of our favorite Indian places. Super basic and got some butter chicken, chicken tikka masala, naan bread and saffron rice. After dinner was pretty chill, decided to watch a few vlogs. Here's a snippet of Woo Kim Do It, and they release their videos every Sunday at 7 PM. keep an eye out on them. They're definitely influencing me on making more YouTube videos. I also haven't gamed in a while just because we haven't had a TV for some time, so I decided to play Wolong Fallen Dynasty. If you're a fan of the Three Kingdoms and Dynasty Warriors series, this is pretty much based off that. However, it's more Souls inspired in the gameplay, where it's not really a hack and slash. You're going around trying to complete a story, and all the enemies that you're fighting against are very difficult. Kind of reminds me of a blend of Neo and any Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Sekiro games. So if you're into those games like I am, I definitely recommend to give it a go. It is super hard, and I definitely find it a bit more harder than Dark Souls, so if you're up for the challenge, definitely give it a go. So for me, that's what my typical weekend sort of looks like. It's mainly just chores and that on Saturdays and Sundays and going out for groceries, preparing for the week. Otherwise, if I do have longer weekends and when I do have my well-being days off, I tend to try and fit in some more cafe times, going out to eat, spending time with friends, and just making the most of my weekend. Until then, I'll catch you guys soon, and I hope you look forward to next week's video, which is about what I eat in a week, showing you all the different meals and inspirations that could inspire you for your next meal.